Hi everyone. I just want to share with you about a conference that I attended this past weekend. It's called LeapCon. It was in San Jose, California, hosted and created by Alana Golan with the Leap Academy. Thank you to Alana and all of her coaches who made such an inspiring event. It was really motivating. It really made all of us that attended feel more engaged with a creative process by which we take our businesses or the way in which we look for jobs, right? Everybody has a different path, and everybody that spoke had a very different niche kind of area and opportunity. And I really appreciated the fact that whenever somebody spoke, they highlighted that change is so impactful, can be meaningful, and should be considered as its greatest kind of impact on transformation. As you know, Lotus AI Consulting is a creation that I'm so proud of. What we do is operationalize change management throughout different projects for technology, healthcare, a lot of different types of industries. My interest and my purpose is to share with everybody every project and every transformation is change, and that each of those measures that you, as you move across your organization implementing, whether it's a new system, whether it's a new product, whether it's a new process, whether it's AI, it all requires some strategic planning so that as you move these changes to your organization, your people can feel much more attuned to that. They can feel much more alive and a part of that process. So a lot of what Sal Blinkoff, who used to be a part of Disney, was so inspiring to all of us. There wasn't a single person that was disappointed because he was engaging. He told a story. He then had us all do an exercise at our seat, which was to draw Mickey the way we remembered him, and then an exercise that actually taught us how to really draw Mickey through real life. People walked away with actual portraits, even as me, a very non-creative individual, was able to draw this through the lens of him's instructions. And truly, I think that speaks volumes. We're telling a story through everything that we're trying to produce. And these stories are so important for other people to understand and hear, so that not only can they hear it and know that it's real, but that they can learn from it and they can implement that themselves into different approaches and through different principles. I had the pleasure of meeting somebody named Sandy Carter as well. Luckily, she lives in Arizona. I will be so blessed if she is willing to talk to me and share knowledge of her experience. She had so many AI solutions that I'm learning through my AI program on how agents can actually be implemented at the organizational level to support how the organization can streamline and become more data efficient. It's so important to protect our data, but it's also important to leverage AI solutions the way they're being provided to us. And so I really want to encourage that, not only you and I have a conversation about change management and what that looks like through a lens of AI and process improvements, but really, the broader thing here is go to these conferences, guys. Like, there's so much network and community out there. Not only did I learn so much from keynote speakers, I learned so much from people that I get to interact with on LinkedIn during the week. An individual named Anna told me that through her meditation, she is now holding her breath for up to 7 minutes at a time for mental clarity and just improving discipline. This is a woman who I got to sit right next to at lunch and shared this amazing, brilliant process that she's taken herself through. I got to speak with Dr. Eva and Donnie, who thankfully they're going to be on my Shifting Pathways podcast here in the next couple of weeks, and I'm so grateful for that. But really, their knowledge and their abilities through all of the experience that they've had is something to be told. These are all stories that need to be heard. So I encourage you not only to go to these conferences, hear these stories, but also start collecting your own stories and thinking about how do these shape your experience? How are these going to shape other people's experiences? So this is longer than I hoped. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to listen, and please reach out to me. Again, Lotus AI is here to support you personally and your business. I'm looking for a conversation. That conversation could be something that actually works out, or it's not a good fit. But either way, I want to have that conversation with you because I think that there's so much here as far as what I'm learning by what people need and how I can support you. Click the schedule now button or private message me with your thoughts.